Ross Ulbricht, the newly freed Silk Road founder, took a high profile at the Bitcoin 2025 Las Vegas conference last week. Richard and I were both there with more of the edge of team. It was a spectacle in Vegas for sure. I'm just now recovered, honestly. Ulbricht was billed as a freedom fighter and went on stage at the very last and most anticipated event of the week for many. During the conference, Ross also had personal items from his prison time displayed as part of an auction led by Bitcoin only marketplace Scarce City. His final prison ID card fetched 11 BTC, over $1.1 million. And it's also been reported that 300 BTC, or about 31 million, was donated to Ross's wallet on June 2nd, right after the conference. And it's not a self-donation from a dormant Silk wallet, as some speculated, although it is still unknown where that money came from. So, Richard, we were both there at the conference. We saw the auction items. I heard Ross speak. And we were also at Bitcoin Nashville last year when Trump announced he would pardon Ross. Given that and knowing, what Silk Road was used for, what do you think drives the crypto community's strong support for Ross that seems to be unflappable?
There's a few things that I think was a full circle moment. Obviously, there's been like a free Ross movement for quite a while now. And a year ago, when we were at Bitcoin Nashville, one of the things that was mentioned was trying to get uh, Ross out of jail, and that happened. And not only did it happen, he got to speak. So it was truly like a full circle moment within the year, and there's a lot of people very excited to go and hear him speak, just as you said. And I think one of the reasons that the crypto community is very pro free Ross has to do with the concept of like what he built a lot of Silk Road for, which was to give people the ability to have choice and to kind of buck the system and to let people make their own decisions with the free market economy and how they do that. Obviously, unfortunately, a lot of with good that can come from that, which there was some good, a lot of bad can come too. In the same way, I don't want to equate it to AI and some of these like the internet and other stuff like that, um, or even for example like a LimeWire. Uh, Things can be done in a very fair and equitable way, but also a lot of things can be done very poorly and illegally. And he kind of got meshed somewhere in the middle. And so I think just for the core of what he set a lot of that up originally for, I think people kind of side with that side of things instead of a lot of the negative that came ultimately from the platform that he created.
Yeah, I mean, at Bitcoin Nashville last year, everyone was in the Free Ross shirts, and it was kind of a real like global movement. The global crypto community has really supported this. And so to hear him speak, people were really anticipating it. So I did watch the talk, and he definitely was nervous. He came out and you could tell he was feeling a little overwhelmed, right? A little shy. He seems like, yeah, it definitely has taken a toll on him being in prison, as it does everyone. And the core of his talk was really, being grateful for being free now, but also he gave an analogy about decentralization, and really what it really means to him. But yes, like really honing this idea of freedom, right? He's being branded because if you come out of prison like this, whether he wants to or not, he is being propped up as a figurehead, right? And that is a lot, to deal with. And so, while I saw his strength and resiliency, I did see fragility in him in his presentation. And actually, I think that really resonates with people. It makes him be liked more by the community. But I will say one comment that I did feel like was kind of naive that I heard is that like his punishment was so disproportionate, right, to his crimes. But I asked a few people, I was like, well, have you heard of the sentencing for drugs in this country? Like, there's so many
Yeah.
people that have multiple life sentences for minor drug infractions, and typically they are people of color, And so I thought that was a little bit missing of the narrative for this audience in particular, as something to kind of point out, to be like, no, he was kind of like proportionately punished compared to what the system is in the United States for everybody else.